Hey outlaws, and welcome back. So, Griffith has made the biggest mistake that could cost him his entire kingdom. While we were all focused on Griffith kidnapping Casca, it's still kidnapping since she was unconscious, and we don't know her true feelings towards Griffith yet. Two very important and powerful witches were left to their own devices, while our wannabe god Femto ran off with our heroine Casca. Can you guess Griffith's biggest mistake that will deny him his full victory in this chapter? However, for that, if you like massive steel, crushing objects and destroying ligaments and spines alike, oh, and I guess there's Jenny too, then click the subscribe button and join us on this journey, and you'll be the first to see if I make it to complete my record attempt destroying 100 humanoid targets with a 48-pound Dragonslayer in the fastest time possible. And more importantly, there's Jenny's booty too. Alright, now, back to the point of this video. In case you haven't figured out yet, it's Shirkane Farnese for the win. Not wind. And we'll last see Shirkane Farnese while they attempt to protect Casca from meeting the ground, and they look on as Guts attacks Griffith in complete futility. We also see them hold their ground against Griffith as he basically just comes over and snags up Casca like she's a hot little burrito from both of them. Yes, I said that, burrito. Don't judge me. Anyways, before this, Farnese barely pulls Shirkane away from being absorbed into Griffith's impressive maelstrom of power. Farnese may have an ugly past and a lot to repent for, but her gain in strength and power is undeniable and impressive. And she may not be as strong as Shirkane, or as knowledgeable, but she has the willpower that our younger witch just simply does not have, and is honestly the perfect balance to this little duo. Not to mention that Shirkane is not only stronger, but, as mentioned before, she is a lot more informed of the spirits that surround the world, and also deep, deep, deep into the astral plane. A fact that Griffith doesn't seem to know, or is too arrogant to take seriously or to recognize. Maybe he was too focused on his prey, on taking Casca away to remove yet another perceived threat to this kingdom, or just to irk our hero Guts. Regardless, since it is likely that Moonchild is not fully absorbed into him yet, as I personally believe Griffith's ego would not allow another being to join his own entity. Not completely, perhaps, but regardless, Griffith left behind two of Guts' most powerful allies, relatively unharmed if we are to believe this scene where he just kind of takes Casca and leaves the two behind. And honestly, the last time we see them in chapter 367, they're falling down, hitting the ground, but yeah, a little small thud, no real visible injuries beyond maybe a bruise or two can be seen. So we can surmise that they're still in pretty good condition. At least to start helping up to form up a resistance against all these spirits that are taking over Elfheim. So, I guess you're wondering, and I probably should go into deeper depth, how is keeping Shirkane and Farnese alive a threat to Griffith? Besides, as we saw earlier, Griffith was just a giant maelstrom of power compared to these two. However, I want you to take this in consideration. Remember that Farnese is quickly picking up being a witch, becoming more and more powerful, a fact that was acknowledged in previous chapters. And she's able to keep control of her own emotions and not get absorbed into the power of the spirits and powerful beings when summoned, unlike Shirkane, who almost every single time is immediately absorbed into them. Guts is likely to lose control of himself and become enveloped in the Berserker armor, as we last saw him barely able to even lift his Dragonslayer, surrounded by taunting spirits of despair. His only option to fight back is uncontrolled anger, anger that he can only find in the beast, deep within the Berserker armor. And Shirkane, although practiced, may not be enough to draw Guts back this time, meaning that they're going to have to rely on Farnese's willpower in such an extreme, crazy, intense moment where Guts is going to be completely out of control, the most angry he's ever been. Maybe the only being that can pull our hero Guts back out before he loses himself. Especially since Shirkane will likely be busy. Now, let's go on for Shirkane. She's always been the one in Guts' party to call upon unimaginably powerful elemental spirits and beings to destroy their enemies. With the release of the true lords of Elfheim, who according to Skull Knights are the foundations of the island, perhaps they are not the only ones being unleashed, are the only ones there deep within the island of Elfheim, deep within its depths. There could be more powerful spirits that Shirke can call upon. Spirits are more powerful and could likely help turn the tide of battle, but also pull Shirke in and make her lose control again, which would again leave Farnese the one to pull her out. These two witches are very powerful and experienced enough to back up Skull Knight and Guts in his Berserker armor to turn the tide. And as Skull Knight mused, it is to struggle against destiny is man's fate. Also keep in mind our two witches are not completely alone. As we know, Lady Danan is there still. However, looking at her queen, she does seem unusually affected by Griffith's presence. May not mean she may be down for the fight, but it's definitely having an effect on her. I wonder why that could be. What could this possibly mean? Anyways, Outlaws, let me know what you think. Hope you guys are having a great one, and we'll see you next time.